guys, it's Mrs. Gopinski, aka Mrs. G, and welcome to the first flipped video of the 2021 school year. So we're going to start talking about what is sound. Before we can talk about any kind of music, we have to understand the concept of sound itself first. This is the most important thing. We need to know what sound is. So this video is going to be all about what sound is, what those sound waves are, and how your brain processes it. Please keep in mind throughout the entirety of the semester that these videos do not replace live class sessions. You still need to either attend the live session or watch recordings of those live sessions. These videos do not replace them, as I do not go over everything in these videos. These are just the unit highlights. They're just a supplement. Before we can talk about all the nice fun elements about this music and how beautiful it is and the history of it, all those good things, first we have to be able to analyze what we're listening to. So what even is sound? What is it? So a couple terms that you're going to need to know. First is decibel. So this measures the intensity of the sound. So the power, the electrical signal, the degree of loudness. So the higher the decibel, the louder it is. Frequency is rate. So think in math. When you hear the term frequency, you're talking about how often, the rate. But for music, it's the rate at which something occurs or is repeated over a particular time, specifically vibrations. So the rate of vibration is what we're thinking of when we're thinking of music. We're thinking of those sound waves. Music is patterns. It's patterns repeated over and over and over. The building blocks of music themselves are a pattern. There are only so many notes. There are only so many rhythmic units that you can use. Of course, you can keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, but in Western music, it is a pattern. It is very, very difficult to make music that doesn't have a pattern. Not impossible, just extremely difficult. But it's these patterns that make music pleasing. This is what we like to hear, are these repeated patterns. So sound is the vibration of molecules. So when you speak or sing or you're listening to the radio, it's vibration. You're vibrating the air molecules, the water molecules in the air. That is how the sound is getting from your mouth to somebody else's ear. One way to practice this is to take a speaker and place it near water, place a cup of water near it and crank it up really loud. You will be able to visibly see the sound waves in the water. When energy is applied, that's when it vibrates. So your vocal folds, the part of your voice box, the vocal folds is the actual term. When that vibrates, that is applying energy. That's how we're getting those sound waves. And I keep saying sound waves, it travels in the form of waves. If we were to be able to see this with our naked eye, it would look like a wave on the beach. It literally makes a wave, kind of like these pictures over here. These are, of course, cartoons of sound waves, but this is what they would look like. But the waves determine volume and pitch. So high pitch or high intensity, or high pitch with a high volume, there are going to be lots and lots and lots of waves. That's the pitch. The faster it is, the higher the pitch. But that high intensity, the waves are going to be really big. High pitch, low intensity, low volume. Lots and lots of waves, but really little bitty. Low pitch, big waves. Big volume, large volume, big waves. Low pitch, lots of room in between. And you can see that too. Low volume, they're smaller, they're shorter, but there's still that wide space in between. There's fewer waves. So think about it this way. A violin is a small instrument. It can make higher pitches than other instruments in its family because it is small. But then if you look at the double bass, it makes very low pitches because it is big. So use that to help you remember. The bigger the wave, the lower the pitch. So this is what the inside of your ear looks like. So we've got all these parts of the ear, but the part that you really need to know is this little snail shape right here in the inner ear is the cochlea. So the cochlea is what vibrates to create sound. So if you've ever heard of a cochlear implant, this is something that somebody can get that helps them artificially generate sound if this is the part of the ear that isn't functioning the way it does for most people. That is the part that vibrates to create sound. Remember, it's all about vibrations. But your ear is shaped in such a way that it funnels sound in through the ear canal and into the inner ear. This is what actually is generating that sound. Once your hearing is damaged, you cannot get it back. There is no going back in time, doing exercises to build it up. Once your hearing is damaged, it's done. So you have to be very careful and take precautions when you're around high decibel noises so as to not damage your hearing, as it will be permanent. Couple key terms to know as we continue through the semester. Music notation. This is how we represent organized sound. This is how we recognize music. It's similar to an alphabet. It is its own language in and of itself. Be prepared. You're learning another language this semester. That's what music is. It's a whole new language. Music theory is how music notation is analyzed. Musicology is the study of music. And orchestration is how instruments are used together. So these are very important terms as we continue our semester. Thank you for watching this first flipped video. If you have any questions, need help with any assignments whatsoever, please reach out to me. My phone number will be right here on the screen, as will be my email. Have a great day, guys.